We finally made it. Do you feel like you reached a new frontier?
Made it in front of the light. A beacon of hope.
It is.
Hold on.
It's a small beacon.
Am I on? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
You on? I hear you, buddy. You know, you're my guy.
Yeah.
So this is technically episode 10 because episode 10 was filmed Sunday, and you know, the tech guy fucked up, so I fired him.
You're fired. Damn, tech guy lost his job,
yes,
bro. Fuck.
In the midst of a pandemic.
So it's been a minute since me and you sat down, though. Fuck.
About a week and a half.
I feel it's well, all right. Well, what's happening, everybody?
It's been about 4 episodes since we did a coffee.
Apparently, we have listeners. I think we've hit 100 views maybe on a couple videos.
yeah, which is good. It's a plateau, you know.
A couple people are watching the music video.
Yes,
a little bit.
Yeah, if you
cancel culture
checked out the cancel culture video, watch it before we get canceled.
That was shot, produced, directed by. All by you. So
right now when I step on the set, they say he did that. Push up in the 600 stretch, they say he did that.
I mean, good job. I like the video. I think you did a good job.
Some of that's inaccurate. How can you shoot and be in the video at the same time?
Well, you did the puppeteering.
I said, hold this, and I need you to do this with the camera.
Well, I got a cameraman credit. Yeah,
you did, and you filmed yourself.
Right, exactly.
That was. It's funny how when you did it, when I was trying to piece it together, like I just slapped it in there and it fell in perfect.
I know, because I did it on beat. So we're gonna maybe a new music video is coming soon.
Oh, there's definitely a new music video.
That's what people want, visuals, right?
Absolutely. Once I did it too, I mean, it's like this is fun, bro. It's just another level of excitement.
I think the podcast is being done in a way to where it's better to watch it than listen to it because of the way you're putting the clips in, right?
Right. But here's the thing. This is I think podcast gets thrown around loosely. Is this a podcast?
A+A. I don't know.
Or a show, you know.
I don't know what it is.
I think podcast came from people listening to things on an iPod. In the truest heart of the term podcast, right?
Right. Because you listen to this podcasts that are unscripted, unfiltered, just bullshit back and forth. There's other podcasts that are like Hollywood theatrics. You know what I mean? The way they actually go back and do a lot of editing and write a script and tell it. I've heard podcasts that are actually stories. Kind of like they did back in the day when they would play the shows on the radio. You know what I'm saying? You come back and listen to it like sitcom style shows where they would gather around the radio.
Telling creepy. I've heard podcasts where they telling like fucking creepy stories and shit.
I got some Christmas goose for you. Goosebumps, that is.
Right. Yeah, there's all kinds of fucking bullshit out there. But I got something I wanted to talk to you about that I'm gonna hit and I'm gonna blindside you about on the show, right?
Bobby McRae's gonna come across. That's a clean hit.
We need to talk.
Yeah, it's just something fun. So I didn't know how Childish Gambino got his rap name. That's Donald Glover. He was in that.
Is that Danny Glover's son?
No, that's I think that's just one of them. Whatever they call it.
It's probably not even his real name.
But he was an actor on this show called Community. It was on NBC. It was a good show. You never watched it?
No.
Okay. Well, his rap name is Childish Gambino.
On the show?
No. In
real life. I know that.
No, he's just a character on the show, bro. He's just an actor.
All right.
He's just being an actor. But the name Childish Gambino came from the Wu-Tang name generator, bro. And I did not know that. So he put his name in the Wu-Tang name generator, apparently.
What?
And that's how he got his name.
I didn't even know they had a Wu-Tang name generator.
Me either. So I Wu-Tang generated our names.
He did it for me. I was gonna do it.
Oh, I already did it.
All right.
Do
so
you want to know your Wu-Tang?
you go first.
You want to know my fucking Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
No, I'm running this.
All right, go ahead. You. All right, tell me more.
All right, no. I'll give you.
Drum roll, please.
I'll give you my name first, since that's how you want it. All right.
Okay.
So, my Wu-Tang name is Beloved Ninja.
Strike them as fast as you can. Hit them high, hit them low. Block and attack at the same time.
And just like that, there's no like unique way to say beloved. Like,
well, I think it says beloved ninja, so I'm beloved. So beloved, it's B hyphen loved ninja actually. So, but I think it's beloved. So
it sounds right.
Beloved ninja, I think,
with a street name, you know. It's slanged. That's what I was looking for. There's no slang to it. You know, it's just beloved ninja. So it's like B.love ninja. Beloved ninja. That's fire.
So that's me. It's all right. It's not Childish Gambino, you know. I would have liked some kind of mafia affiliation with
Childish Gambino. I mean, it's a weird name.
All right, so his name's Donald Glover. So that I never put Donald Glover in the Wu-Tang name generator to verify the authenticity of this claim.
Try it.
But you ready for your Wu-Tang name?
Drum roll, please.
Fearless Dreamer.
Looking for these?
Like,
Wu-Tang name generator calls you the Fearless Dreamer, dog. So Fearless Dreamer and Beloved Ninja. If in the Wu-Tang world.
Right.
If you're a Wu-Tang fan. If you don't know shit about Wu-Tang, then I don't know. Fucking stop.
No, I get it. I was thinking, I'm thinking about the name and finding out where there's holes in it. You know what I'm saying? Rather than how great it is. Fearless Dreamer, it has a good concept to it because, you know, you dream without fear. In other words, it's basically saying like you're a visionary in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Your conscience doesn't get to you and say you can't do that. So that's cool.
Or other people's opinions don't get to you.
But it could be, all you do is sit back and want to be something all day long, you lazy fuck. Would you stop dreaming and get up and do it?
Right. Or it could be like, you know, you try a bunch of shit and you keep failing, but you still keep dreaming or keep pursuing the dream.
Right.
Or is that insanity if you keep pursuing the same thing?
I don't think it's insanity. It's insanity if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Right. You got to change your methods up.
Right. Alter the process. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before he supposedly discovered the light bulb. So,
so say Edison was jacking everybody's.
I heard that too.
You know what I'm saying? Learn the system a little bit, and I'll rob that motherfucker blind.
And that's why I had a bitter taste in my mouth as I was telling you what the saying is on the streets. You know, like
word on the street is Edison was a businessman, not an inventor, right?
Yes, and he basically jacked Nikola Tesla for
That's a whole rabbit hole of just basically trying to erase somebody from history.
Right. That, you know, it's tied into that letter that comes after P and before or. You can't say it. You can't say it.
Don't say that shit. I will slap the shit out of you.
Shut up.
You supposedly get kicked off.
Damn. Well, we can't even talk about that, so let's talk about something else then. But fuck getting kicked off.
We're not getting
Q
kicked
is JFK. Look into it. JFK Jr., I'm sorry. JFK Jr. never died. He faked his death, and he's going to come and return real soon.
All right, so what if it's not that? What,
Hold on, let me
there's
take my
different
tinfoil hat
conspiracies.
on.
So here all right, since we're gonna go there.
Well, people are calling us a conspiracy theory fucking podcast. I don't want to get labeled as a conspiracy
no.
theory
Yeah, they can't
podcast.
use that word. That term is thrown around just as loose as podcast is, and we can't do that.
This is the show. This is the lounge. We in the fucking
We're just
lounge.
chilling.
We just chilling.
And this is what comes up.
We drinking coffee. We're not drinking alcohol.
Not tonight.
We're not swerving.
You could tell the difference.
We pumped up.
Right,
know?
and that's what we do in the lounge. It depends on what day it is in the lounge. Right now, it's 2:00 in the afternoon on a Thursday.
Christmas is upon us. It is the holiday season.
So what's the matter with you?
Look what you've done to my tree.
It is the holiday season.
I got like a holiday beanie on.
Do you get real warm and toasty inside during this?
I do, man. I dig Christmas.
Is it your favorite?
Yeah. Besides 420.
It's not never made its national holiday yet.
Nah, not yet. One day.
One day.
But every
the
day
government,
420
everybody's gonna be able to take off of work on 420.
Yeah, one day. Probably not though.
Like Columbus.
When the robots take over and it's like the robots will do the work, we can get high all day.
yeah. We just never work 420, 420 till forever. All right. So it's saying this is the conspiracy behind that letter that goes into Nikola Tesla is that Donald Trump's uncle, when Tesla died, he worked for the government, and they went in and took all his files, like all his inventions, all his
Trump's
paperwork.
Uncle?
Donald Trump's. Oh, I think his name's John. I have to look in.
How'd Tesla die?
Old age. They might have killed. They might have whacked him.
Oh, there's no conspiracy. So
I don't know. There probably is a conspiracy.
All right.
Tune
in for next episode.
Yeah.
So just chill to the next episode.
That's a whole different conspiracy. So what I'm getting at is those inventions, one of them was like time travel or being able to see into the future. Right? It's called like Project, which is where Project Looking Glass came from, which is one of them CIA, the CIA was trying crazy shit, mind control tactics, all, so the part of which goes into that letter is that his uncle got a hold of the technology and not, Donald has it, right? And he's able to see into the future and see what's going on. And that's where he can look in and be able to save humanity through looking through this looking glass and seeing things from a different light, different possibilities.
All with the assistance of JFK Jr.
Right.
Okay.
Bullshit level, DEFCON 5.
Well, they both knew about it. And JFK, yeah, dude, he's supposedly that guy. I don't know the dude's name, but you ever see the rallies? The guy with he's got like long curly hair and glasses on. He kind of got this mix between a bum and what's his name? The Beatles guy, John Lennon.
Have I seen the picture of the person that they say is JFK Jr.? Yes, I have seen that picture.
That's crazy, bro.
Okay, just tell me. Let's just blow a conspiracy away. Are you JFK?
What a beautiful sunny day. We're having such a great time. It's gorgeous. These people, all Americans.
He won't answer.
And the dude's in the back in the rallies. Like, he's always in the background, like holding up a banner and shit. And
so conspiracy theories are fucking fun, people.
They are fun.
I'm not really, I used to be a bit, it's hard to fucking define what I am, but
as a conspiracy,
I don't believe them all. I think they're fucking fun. I think they're funny and they're fun to entertain. Some of them are completely fucking ridiculous. There is some fuckery and malarkey that has gone on in our government, whether you choose to believe that or not.
Right.
That's a bunch of malarkey.
Now
that whole looking glass and seeing into the future is just
that's
way too much for me.
That's levels above. Think about people who believe Republicans and Democrats are the same people. You try to talk to them about that, they're like, "What?"
Right. Oh well. Here's the thing. Now, is it all conspiracy anymore? Because you sent me a link the other day about the UFOs.
Oh, your favorite subject.
Yes,
UFOs.
my favorite subject. Look, you should have missed it. The episode that didn't work. I tried to bring it up, and as soon as I put those 3 letters out, everybody went, "Oh,
come on, man!"
At the same time, like, here we go, this motherfucker. Here we go.
All right, can I tell you what I think about the whole UFO thing?
Go ahead.
I think it's mind control tactics.
and who's doing the controlling?
The same people that did the fake fucking UFO invasion on the radio back in the day.
The War of the Worlds invasion.
Yeah. Dude, it's CIA, deep state, whatever you want to call it, but the Nazis, you know, oh shit, Operation Paperclip, you know, we all know about that. So,
all right, so the guy, the Israeli head of space, this is the former head of Israeli space.
Right,
the guy's 87 years old. He basically came out and said that UFOs and aliens exist. And they've been around for a long time, and the United States and Israel know about it. And that was one of the things where I kind of read between the lines, like, why only those two countries know about it? If y'all know about it, everybody knows about it. And he said that there was this galactic federation that was signed, like a galactic treaty that's signed amongst all the different humanoid, alien, you know, intelligent life.
It's Hollywood shit. This Star Wars shit.
And that it's to remain a secret, and the reason why it's to remain a secret is that because the people aren't ready for it, because there would be like mass panic if it was exposed, if it was said. And supposedly this guy says Donald Trump wanted to bring it to light, and the Galactic Federation got in touch with him and said,
But okay, hold on. You just said what you just said, right? You said there would be mass panic. They already know what would happen because they did the War of the Worlds. There was mass panic. People were panicking.
All right.
People were in the street fucking screaming and yelling and thought we were being invaded by fucking UFOs, bro.
I don't think it's going to be a mass panic at this point. I think we've been pretty predictive programmed pretty well in the area of UFOs. And the reason why I say that is because of this, is the fact that all of these news article leaks are coming out where supposedly, just let me finish, where these are supposed to be reliable resources that are saying that these things exist.
It's been happening for decades is what I'm saying.
I know. Well, why? All right, if they can handle that with a light heart, if somebody just came out and said that this is going on, why would there be mass panic? They're not even nervous right now.
So do you think some kind of big reveal is coming? Because
no,
I don't.
No.
It's just a string. It's just $100 bill on the fucking end of a string to get somebody to chase down the fucking street.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
You gotta try a little harder.
There ain't no UFO reveal coming. They ain't gonna show you no spacecraft. They ain't gonna say, take us to your leader. You know, like none of that shit is happening.
Well, and just from my own personal research, because I do get into the topic. You know what I'm saying? I've been hearing about all of this stuff that is like kind of leaking into the news. I've been hearing about that shit for years.
It's sci-fi. You like it. Yeah.
But the Galactic Federation, that was supposedly signed back when Eisenhower was president. After the Roswell crash, he tried to get, you know, inside the levels of government that are above him, because there's a level of secrecy that the president don't get. He's like 3 levels from the top of top secret, because he's in and he's out. So he don't get to find out everything. But he threatened to invade bring the army in to invade the army.
Who?
To get inside Area 51 and get Eisenhower.
Did he?
Yeah. And they told him, dude, you can't. This is not your level of, you know, this is above your clearance.
When Trump said the same thing when he was running. Do you remember that Trump said that he was going to declassify Area 51?
They all kind of say it.
That's why I'm saying it's just this dangling carrot, bro.
Well, I don't think even Area 51.
Oh, it's just a smoke. It's a smoke.
I don't even know if Area 51's still out. You know, it's probably closed down. It's probably locked up. There's some shit that's been locked down for 50 years.
Well, you try to get close to it, they run you off. They pull you over and ask you what you're doing in this area.
I'm sorry, Captain. This is a restricted area. I can't let you pass without clearance.
Okay. Come here. You want to see my clearance?
There's still something, and that could be a complete smokescreen. Let's keep the militaries, you know, let's keep the military tight right here. And there's really nothing there anymore. They moved it.
How do you get funding for something like this? You don't actually think they spend $20,000 on a hammer, $30,000 on a toilet seat, do you?
You know what I'm saying?
It's underground.
They could have moved it 20 miles down the road.
What if they just built a bunch of fucking shit underground? Actually,
It probably is underground. I would think that it's underground
city.
Right.
Yeah.
Because out there, I mean,
with like fucking yogurt machines.
Well, and you would think
fucking chicken salad sandwiches and shit.
They probably fire too. You would think that in the mountain, is that why they would go to the desert? Because the rock is so hard, like you can't build underground bases in the swamp.
No, yeah, elevation, yeah,
right, and just the solid ground.
The amount of distance between the earth and
and gravity, right? Is that what
you can only drill so far into earth until you hit, you can only build bunkers so many miles deep. You're gonna have to edit this because we sound like fucking retards. But
you're trying to get it out.
You're gonna hit some kind of core of something to where you can't build anymore, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're in a place that's like 12,000 elevation, 12,000 foot elevation,
that's cool.
Scratch all this conversation.
We get it. Mile high, right?
Yeah.
So you think that's why you can dig deeper because you're higher above elevation. I was just thinking just the soil itself because it's fucking, you dig a hole here, it just collapses on itself. You know what I'm saying?
I think they definitely got some nuclear fallout shelters up there for sure.
Oh, definitely.
To where they probably growing food all underground, hydroponically. They probably they got some gnarly shit going on up there probably. Or it's cool shit. Gnarly in a good way.
Gnarly in a good way, bro. All right, so Eisenhower threatened him, and enough of his mouthpiece, he got clearance to go in and see what was going on. And went to, I think it's Patterson, whatever. There's a Air Force base in Ohio. Don't quote me. I don't know the name. Forgot the name of it. But that's where he met with other beings, and they signed a treaty. At the end of the day, they signed a treaty, and what the treaty was, it was they will give us technology, right? Advance us in technology. In return, we'll let them, quote unquote, run tests, like study us.
I feel like a deal would have been made a lot longer before fucking 40s
or
50s, yeah.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Well, then
I feel like the Pope's got to deal with the aliens if the
he's definitely got to have a deal with the aliens.
That hat.
And then going back to, that's a whole nother rabbit hole we could get into. But going back to,
it all goes back to the Vatican.
Yep. Going back to Eisenhower at the end, his speech on the way out the door when he was done. How he talks about the military-industrial complex and that it is a threat to us.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
It's a domestic threat. Ooh. Because he saw how much power they had, and people thought he was talking about, the military-industrial complex just on an Earth status, but he was really winking at how much technology, how we've mastered free energy, and just the suppression of information that they're keeping under, lock and key and not giving it to us, and they're using it as a control tactic.
Something I'm noticing is there is a lot of space talk recently, but Elon Musk, this motherfucker wants to go live on Mars, bro. What is all that shit about?
Well, in that article, that guy says there's been an underground base on Mars. That Israel's space, the guy who former head of space in Israel said there's an underground base on Mars that.
So Elon Musk wants to go live there.
I guess. And you would think that he would know about this shit.
Motherfucker.
He's got to have. He's working for SpaceX. Like he's working hand in hand with NASA. He's up there on top of the pyramid. He's got to know secrets, bro.
The funny thing is, the reason I had a childhood and I wasn't, living under a tree somewhere is because my father worked for NASA for bought, you know, a place down in New Orleans that was building exterior.
Right,
my dad wasn't a fucking astronaut.
Many of the rockets that were on these,
the external tank, the brown one in the middle,
right?
The fuel tank, that it holds all the fucking jet fuel, JP5, right?
Right.
So yeah, he worked for 27 years. My dad worked for
NASA.
For that.
Did he ever tell you any crazy stories?
No.
He
didn't know shit.
Right. I mean, that's, you know, you get some kind of like.
He fucked off all day looking at nudie magazines.
Look at the expression on her face. You see that? See what she's doing? She's kind of looking right into your eyes, saying, "Hey, big boy. Hey, how you doing?"
Oh, yeah, you're not gonna find. He probably read more about aliens in there than he did working for NASA.
I'd like to ask his opinion, though. You know, I'd like to know what he thinks, being that he worked there for so long. You know.
So, Dan, my stepdad, worked for the Navy. You know, did 20 in the Navy, and he was a cryptologist, right?
Right.
Is that the ones who break Morse code?
He was a CT. Yeah. He was a. They call him Twidgets. Yeah, he was a pretty smart guy.
And he did like 7 months in a submarine.
Right. Yeah, you got to be a certain education level to get in a sub.
Just to be in the sub.
And to get that job. Yeah.
Well, I asked him if he saw any, you know, because there's the USO, right? The underwater submerged objects. And I mean, he answered it pretty quick.
What'd he say?
No. Like kind of, you know.
Your headphone, the light is bouncing off of.
Bam.
That shit is like.
Is it blinding you?
It might be blinding the people trying to watch.
It's like that.
But this is, I don't think there's gonna be clips in this one. We going deep on.
We on
space talk.
But he did say no, and he said it pretty abruptly.
He said no.
No.
How dare you speak of?
Yeah, I just, you know, I guess it's my subconscious thinking. If you knew, you wasn't gonna tell me anyway.
That's classified.
It's what?
It's classified. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Bro.
Because that's you know, they got that non-disclosure agreement they make them sign. When you hear them all say they signed it when they see some shit.
That's probably why they got rid of William Coop.
But I think because there's a new show on the History Channel. It's in the 2nd season called Unidentified, right? And the guy who ran that
History Channel.
What did I say?
I'm asking.
Yeah, on the History Channel, right?
I'm just saying we're gonna believe the History Channel,
right? Which is already, and this is what you know. It's a really good show. It makes you think.
Oh, they got good shows on the History Channel. I ain't saying
but the guy who ran the UAP program, the one that was supposedly most recently, it made the news in 2017. The guy Luis Elizondo, the guy who ran it, right? He retired and went civilian because, you know, they wasn't doing enough about it. They wasn't giving him the resources that he needed. Like, they started this program and then just kind of sat on it and pushed the ideas to the side. So he went and did it on a civilian basis, and that's when he hooked up with Tom DeLonge, and they started that To the Stars Academy.
You're right.
And he's basically the guy on the show where he goes around and talks to these retired military who've seen these things, you know, like the TikTok. Did I say no? Tic-tac. The Tic-tac UFO. And there's another crazy.
But see, all right, see how you mix that up right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, they just intertwine this shit with current pop culture, right? So it's like
with the Tic-tac.
Tic-tac. Think about how popular TikTok is. I'm telling you, bro. It's like this. It's encoded fucking language used, bro. These motherfuckers go on Rogan. Rogan's compromised, bro. He's a shill. Look into it.
I'll tell the government right now. Tell you right now, if you're listening, NSACA, I'm available. Okay, if you show me all the real wreckage, I swear to God, I will make fun of that crap to the end of time. I'll make up stories. I'll lie to my mother. I don't care.
Yeah, you went. Yeah, you definitely took the left turn.
Oh shit.
We went straight into.
Yeah, bro.
Some CT right there.
I can't believe these motherfuckers, bro.
I mean, dude, I could go on for days about it, and it's hard to talk to people about it if you don't know enough about the subject, if you haven't really researched it, because the only information you get is what you see on TV. And how I think that there is something out there, and they're programming us to treat it like tinfoil hat.
So you think something's coming?
I don't no. I don't know about something necessarily coming. I'm saying that we're alien ant form in a sense. I think a lot of these sightings are people coming to visit and take a look at us. And what are they doing?
What if they here though? What if they already
and they
here?
Probably already, and you hear that.
Oh, that's fun.
That's
fun to think. That's a good conspiracy. Well, the aliens are already implanted in our government, and they actually control us and make our decisions.
Well, think about it. What if there is some kind of what if there's another humanoid being that looks, walks, talks, and acts just like us? That's way ahead of us. That
like a shapeshifter.
Maybe that can
fire.
Intertwine itself into society, and is smart enough, right? Because they're way ahead of us to find a way to move up the ranks in any. You know what I'm saying? Like you would shine if you went and had a math test with a bunch of Neanderthals. What's gonna happen?
Impressive. How about this?
Neanderthal? Brian, your words are hurtful.
You should ace it. I would hope so. You know what I'm saying? You'd become the next ruler. Just because you
that could have happened a long time ago.
It could have. It could have. Well, that's when you get into the ancient story and how, like Da Vinci, like he was painting these UFOs and shit in the background of you know, like the painting that he made mimicking Mary getting pregnant by God.
On close inspection, a man on the ground can be seen looking at the object while his dog appears to be barking at it. This was painted at a time when the first man-made aircraft was still hundreds of years away.
With that disc-looking thing in the sky, and it's shining light on her womb. You know what I'm saying? Why would he think of that back then? Let me put a plate in the sky and shine a light, which, you know, they didn't have artificial light.
So are you trying to insinuate that Jesus is an alien?
I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just opening up the realm of possibilities because they're really endless. You know, you have to try to open up and think, like, set yourself free from any restrictions on the thought process, right? Like, that can't be true. Well, why can't it be true? Because
I explore the possibility.
You know, and that's what really makes it interesting. And then you start putting these pieces of the puzzle together, and a lot of these pieces that you would think have nothing to do with each other actually have a connection in some kind of way. Like, all of this stuff is connected at the end of the day.
Let me take you on a rabbit hole. Imagine if those discs that are in the sky are actually black holes and portals into different dimensions.
And they just whizzing by. Oh, like a vessel that is interdimensional.
It's almost like a visual metaphor. You know what I'm saying?
Now, there's another thing. Now, what if they're not coming from another star system? What if they're coming? What if it is interdimensional? What if it's us fucking 500,000 years from now?
What if we're not in the middle of space? What if we're not on the globe? What if we're not in the solar system like they tell us we are?
It's all possible.
It is. You know, one of my favorite stories is about that guy John Allegro, who studied the Bible, the Dead Sea Scrolls. You know, that he was a renowned scholar at the time. 1400s, 1500s, and he was hired by the Pope, bro, to study the Dead Sea Scrolls. And there's a great little song about it called Jesus Was a Mushroom.
Jesus was a mushroom. I saw him last night.
If you ever want to hear
I did hear about the theory that, you know, Jesus took mushrooms. A lot of religion was created through, you know, through the psychedelic experience.
His theory was Jesus was actually a mushroom, and the apostles were a mushroom cult.
Oh, he never really existed.
Exactly.
Anytime
and that
they
the
took
the fungus come from space, right? Because the spores of fungi are found in space matter. They've already proven this, but this is just stories that are being told, so take that with a grain of salt. But they've actually said that fungus comes from it's from outside this world, basically. It exists in other places.
Right. So why
I don't know how they
shrooms-
figured that out.
Here's my deal. Why do shrooms come from cow shit then?
No! I don't know.
Is that why the cow was worshipped in Hindu?
From what I understand, absolutely.
Because of the trip.
Right.
Like, dude,
because of the mushroom that comes from the shit.
Where you got
it's something
this?
about the spores.
Right. So, you know, you think about back in the day, based in English translation, like, whoa, where you got this from, dude? The cow.
That sounds like a Cali surfer.
You know what I'm saying? The cow.
Was that your British accent?
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was either.
I don't know what that was.
Anyway.
But they worship a cow in India. Like,
Yeah, well, there's like 900 religions or something crazy in India. But specifically, he was studying, back to the Dead Sea Scrolls, the song is Jesus was a mushroom, you know?
Mhm.
He was a fungus among us, born in a manger's dung. You see what I'm saying? Born in a manger. You know, I don't know, man.
No,
it's just a fun little.
So what is why would born in a manger? Oh, because it's like a barn kind of thing, and like a cow shit in there.
Yeah.
That's dude. I mean, if you think, every time they trip together, and every time they trip, they followed. You know how when you take something, like let's say me and you take a psychedelic, and we'll feel like we see the same thing, right?
Right.
It's weird. Like there's a connection that will put us on the same wavelength.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. And every time they took it in meditation, they saw the same person.
But I mean, I've even had experiences in my life where I never experienced it firsthand, but somebody who was around me who wasn't maybe on the same wavelength as I was, without getting too graphic, we talking about, you know,
So
mushrooms.
wavelength, right? What, they weren't tripping?
Yeah, I was trying to be politically
fuck
correct. All right, so and they get a contact trip basically.
Just because you tripped them out, bro. Just for fucking this motherfucker's making me feel crazy.
Yeah, I've experienced that a couple of times, bro.
No, I can see that. Like you would make some. It's kind of like giving someone the giggles. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you get in that playful mood and you feel that way, and you naturally putting that vibe.
That
off.
energy gets transferred.
Right. You leaking. You know, like their brain starts bleeding DMT just from the presence.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I don't ever. I'm scared to do something like that.
Like DMT?
Yeah. You did it?
Nah, never done it. Never done
that
DMT.
one just seems. It doesn't seem anything fun about that. You know what I'm saying?
The sourcing of it would be, you know, I'm all about like purity and stuff. It's a synthesized chemical, but it's from a plant, so it just depends who it would be coming
All
from.
right. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
So how you would you like ayahuasca, right?
Well, yeah, that's
not synthesized. They just
that's a plant.
Right, but they just turn it into a tea.
I don't know how to make DMT, bro.
So how would they?
I just feel like it's a chemical, and I don't have a DMT test kit to test fucking
The level.
purity. So yeah, I'm scared. Bottom line is I'd be sketched out about doing it. I'm not looking for the fucking You know what I mean?
All right, so DMT. How do you say that? Oh, what's synthesized? What version of DMT is actually synthesized?
I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen, it's like a white powder, bro. You know, so
Yeah, that seems like it's like fake.
That seems like it's drugs, bro.
Right. Like it's like sugar.
I mean, the shit Joe Rogan fucks with. That's what they. It's like some white shit, bro. It's like some white powder shit.
Now the stuff that Tyson says he's. Dude, I turned that fucking ringer off and it still fucking came on.
Is it connected?
Yeah, it's connected, but that's okay.
That's why.
Just in case we need it. You might need it for something. You never know.
Tyson did the toad. That's
right. That's straight
jungle.
off his ass.
That's jungle shit. Why has it got to be the frog's ass?
Nothing. Here we go. Yeah.
Homer? What is it on the back?
It's off his body.
Just all it's just
they squeeze a pore, I guess, and it excretes this stuff, and they put it on a glass, and
you smoke it.
Well, you just let it harden up, and it's like you crush it. It turns into a powder, yeah, and you smoke it.
Wow.
I know. I do that.
That's natural, right? I mean, that's just
like if you had a frog that had DM, it's like, hey, this is the toad that Mike Tyson talks about.
Right.
Like, fucking start squeezing,
right? Let's do it.
Yeah.
You made me forget what I was going to tell you.
Oh,
yeah, the frog. You know why? I guess I thought of the frog's ass. I guess because the cow shit.
Oh,
the shroom. Yeah, like okay. It's animals.
I'll give you a pass.
But the frog, what baffles me is what makes you think to try
to do
this. Who the hell told you that?
That's some ancient fucking wisdom knowledge, dog. I don't.
I keep it moving. I keep it moving. I keep